What's up, everybody? Monday morning blues, whatever the hell that means, and we are going to open up the evening, even though it's morning, but I just, I like throwing you off a little bit right there. Throws you think it's evening, it's really morning, but it really fucks with your head. We're going to open up with an ad here, and it's a pretty cool one, pretty exciting to me and Colby because we use Robinhood. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna get right into it there. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. There's no commission per sale of stock, ETFs, options, or cryptos. No commission. I should just stop right there, but it keeps going, right? They strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. Non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with true confidence. Simple and intuitive, clear design with data presented in an easy to digest way. But wait, there's more. Like I've already discussed, there's no cost or commission fees. Other brokerages charge up to $10 per every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. Burns, stop doing that. Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees on anything, and yeah, that's awesome on their part. So the design and ease of use. It's easy to understand the charts and market data. Me and Colby, who had never been into stocks or anything when we got into Robinhood, felt like we knew what we were doing. It was simple, So you can just do it directly from your from your smartphone, any smartphone you got, Android, iOS, anything that's out there. So this is the time where you listen up right here. Robinhood is giving listeners a free stock. Robinhood is giving listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to build your portfolio. They're actually truly giving away one whole free stock. You did it?
Yep, did it while you were talking, man.
Holy crap. So you sign up at dudecomedy.robinhood.com. That's dudecomedy.robinhood.com, and you can get yourself a free stock. And how much is, I don't know if I'm allowed to, let's see. So the ones I've listed, since they mentioned them in their thing, I mean, those aren't no $5 stocks there. You get one free Apple stock. You can own a portion of Apple just by downloading it. Huh, interesting, cool. But yeah, me and Colby have used Robinhood forever, and then we were super pumped when they introduced cryptos, and then we kind of hopped off the crypto train.
You said, dude, I wonder, we got to message them because that doesn't work.
Dudecomedy.robinhood.com?
Yeah.
Well, let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hold the caboose.
We'll still go to that. We'll get it fixed by the time we put, but it says referral.robinhood Dude Comedy branch does not ID. The requested URL was not found on the server. I'll have Jimmy email him while you keep talking.
Okay, you tell him that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday morning. The Dude Comedy crew is in town, and I don't know why I'm talking like this. I sound like just a straight caboose of a fucking idiot, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and quit out of Skype. But what do you guys? We're always telling you how we're doing. How are you guys doing? That's what I'm curious about this morning. I think we had a new surge of users. Me and Colby have got back on the promotion train.
Boom.
We've been using me and Jimmy's argument, which it was an argument when I'm 100% right. Then we use it to promote it like we used to, and look at that. When we actually put some time into something, we see instant growth. So to the 500 to 1,000 new listeners, sup? Hope you have a great time listening. Typically, we have a squad of 4 people. Well, not typically. The Dude Comedy Squad consists of 4 guys. You'll get to know me and Colby pretty fast. The other 2 guys, it's going to be a slow roller. Jimmy, he's got a lot going on. He is a type of dude who's all about the bottom line, and it doesn't give a fuck about the product. So
this is the argument again.
That's the argument, yeah. He doesn't give a fuck about the product, so it's all about quality or quantity over quality. So to him, it makes no sense to put quantity into the show because it is what it is. It's only twice a week. It fucking is what it is, right? And Burns is a piece of shit. So thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna be done talking shit starting now.
Hey, can we talk about how my hair looks like I have a haircut and it looks really nice like this? I didn't do anything. I just sat down, was talking with you earlier on
back,
Skype.
dog.
Yeah, got out of the shower, and it's just maybe I should just always do that.
You're a man of curious haircuts. The curious haircuts of Colby.
Yeah, well, I just don't really like haircuts.
Well, sometimes when you get a haircut, I wish I had hair. I've thought about doing a joke video, doing like a toupee. But then sometimes, like, so you're afraid of haircuts.
I just don't like wasting my time getting a haircut. Yeah. I don't like sitting there doing it.
Having to talk to somebody.
Having conversation.
That's what gets you, I bet. Having to have a conversation with somebody.
Well, it's just like a weird one too. You don't really have like I can go sit at a like a restaurant and have a conversation with anybody, you know, but when you're sitting there getting your hair cut and stuff, it's just kind of like you feel like you're talking to almost like a therapist. You're just like kind of answering awkward questions. Well, now what's nice is our buddy's wife cuts my hair, but I don't like to go to
Remember when you first started going there, you're like, will you go with me? I'm like, what? You're like, I hate getting haircuts.
Yeah, I was trying to see if you go hang out with me.
I want to start a haircutting. I want to start a haircutting salon that you just, like, the rule is you don't talk to that person. You just close your eyes and get your fucking haircut.
Yeah, that'd be.
But see, girls like talking and being all chatty and shit and fucking acting like they like each other. Let's be real. Like, girls fucking, every girl hates each other.
Dude, you
like,
know
that's
what's
a fact.
crazy?
That's 100% fact.
This is a great topic. Let's dive right into this. So, all right, we were all kids. How many times did you go to a pumpkin patch as a kid? Never. I can bet money I never did. I never one time went to a pumpkin patch as a kid.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't, probably not. I know where you're going with this, and I like it.
So when we got pumpkins as a kid, my mom or dad would go to, Fred Meyer.
Fred fucking Meyer, dog. You get that.
Whatever it was, yeah. Safeway, maybe. Whatever was outside, and we'd get 4 pumpkins for the fam. We'd carve them up pretty bad. We'd put them out in the front porch. They'd go rotten. They'd go bad. But today, and I'm guilty of this, in 2018, was it 2018 or 19?
18.
2018. Your fall, if you're a girl, does not start until you post your picture at a pumpkin patch.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where I heard a girl say, it is officially fall now because I posted on my Instagram with my pumpkin spice latte at the pumpkin patch. That is true. So we live in a world now where these girls are competing for feed space on each other's Instagram. And like Kyle said, just to hate each other. Like, oh, they already went. They already got there. We got to go on one up them.
Yeah, I mean, that's just more like, so like I'm going to try to take I'm not going to take, because I'm not going to talk about Rachel in this scenario. I'll just talk about, like generalizing. And so actually, I'll talk about one of my sisters. I have 5 of them. So if any of my sisters listen, you don't fucking know which one I'm talking about, but you probably have a great guess on who I am talking about.
Boom.
So I could go to the pumpkin patch with my sister. Are you listening? Everybody listen. Let me make sure I got the right mic on.
Yep. I hear it tapping.
Okay. I could go to the pumpkin patch with my sister, and she could be the biggest cunt in the world. Her kids are all going fucking crazy. She's having a mental breakdown. Just a cunt to everybody in the whole place. Like the pumpkin, like, fuck, why does this pumpkin cost this much? Why is this coffee overpriced? Because you're buying it at a fucking pumpkin patch that doesn't specialize in fucking coffee. That's why it's fucking expensive. But an hour later, okay?
I know
after
where this is
you
going.
drive home and you're like, God damn, she was such a cunt. Like, what the fuck was her problem? Hour later, you see on her Instagram, and it's like, had the best time ever at the fucking pumpkin patch. Look at this fucking coffee that I paid for that she bitched about.
Yep.
And now she's like, but what is the point,
Yep.
And it's like,
dude, you nailed it right on the head. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, so, and it's not just women. Like, it is, I guess dudes. Fuck it. Dudes don't do that shit. It's just women. Like, they have this, like, competition with each other. And then the biggest thing is, like, have you ever seen, like, the girls, like, in high school? Like, the girl I dated in high school, or not high school, fucking college. The girl I was dating in college who I lived with, no matter fucking what, if there was a girl and you had a party at your house that walked through that door that she didn't know, automatically a cunt to, no matter what.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
100% just a cunt to, literally for no reason. And I'm guilty of that too, to a certain extent, when it comes to like athletics. Like, if I'm gonna like do something against you athletic wise, even if it is like in a not like super, I mean, it is competitive, but it's not like you go play rec basketball, like you ain't winning nothing. Like there's no point to like, but just it's just I couldn't help it. Like I play better when I don't like that person that I'm playing against. And so
Yeah, I think
people
that's
I
normal,
don't
though.
know, yeah, people I don't know, like, you know, you got to make me like you before I like you. Like a lot of the flag football teams we played, like we used to always hate all of them. And then we're like, ah, shit, we've played them so many times, like they're actually cool, you know? But girls, but here's the thing. I go and play, okay, so I say I'm playing you in basketball, and I just met you. I don't know you. Playing against you, it's a heated game. You call a foul. I'm going to say, fuck you. You're a fucking bitch. Like, you're a dick. Like, I don't like you, you know?
Yep.
But girls, on the other hand, they see there's somebody at the party. They'll whisper to their friend and say, look at these fucking cunts walking in, you know? And then the girl walks up to them, hey, I'm Lindsay. What's your guys' name? Ah, you know, they're all fucking cheery and shit. I'm like, what in the fuck just happened right here?
Dude, it's there's just layers on layers on layers to like how these, I mean,
They're vicious, man.
it's like, for lack of a better word, it's creating an enormous problem. Social media is inside these girls' brains.
Oh, yeah.
To where everything is a competition. I mean, we've talked about this. I don't know if it was on the show. Might have been on the show when we were like, and this is not a shot at anyone particular, but like the people who put their kids who are too young to like understand soccer, like in soccer.
Yeah.
In Washington, where you're outside in the cold and the rain, and I drive by you on my way to flag football, and that's what it's for. And I feel like I can't judge someone for being like a parent because of that, obviously, because I haven't been in a situation where maybe at 3 you're like, oh, maybe she does want to play soccer or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I can see like if the first thing that you do is make a 5-picture collage of you with your coffee before the game, you with like, you know, at the game, and then like the kid at whatever, though, like then you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But they're all doing it for the wrong reasons.
I mean, there are like, that's a tough one because it's like, I would say we're all guilty of it, you know?
Oh, no, yeah.
But like you've seen it so many times where it's like now that you see a random person doing that, and then you're like, fuck, they're just doing that for that, even though that could have been their first picture they ever posted, you know?
No, yeah.
And that's the problem. But then it's like,
I shouldn't say that it's a problem if you do that and put your kid, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't put your kids in sports and stuff, but I'm just more saying that the competition wise of got to compete for that feed space has gotten to the point where it seems like an outsider that you're just putting your kid in sports because you want the pictures. That's how I should have phrased it.
Yeah, I get it. So basically, yeah, it's like, okay, like every single week you posting the same shit. Like Jimmy, who I follow on Instagram, he likes to post on like Saturday mornings himself at the gym with nobody else at the gym. So he does a little panorama, but he does it every single Saturday morning. So that's just like, come on, dog. Like, we get the fucking point. Like, you enjoy your kids' soccer, you know, you enjoy the moment, but you just need to relax on it, you know, a little bit, right?
There's a funny comedian I watched on Netflix. I can't remember his name, but he said like some percent of people would never go to the gym if they didn't take that picture of them at the gym to prove they were at the gym. He obviously delivered it way better with like, you know, the pauses and stuff. But I was like, damn, that was funny. And that's
one of my bigger pet peeves. Like,
well, it's like people use the example of the tree falls in the woods. Do you hear it? Whatever, right? If no one's there, it's like if you go to an empty gym and don't post it on Instagram, would anyone know you went? No. But you still went if you're doing it for yourself. It literally goes right back to the same example. You can't say you can't put your kids in sports, but it definitely looks like you're only posting that gym picture to let everyone know you went to the gym.
Yeah. Now I bring up the example with Jimmy. It is completely different with Jimmy than it is with your average person. Jimmy's life relies on social media. You know, like it's kind of like I get like pet peeved about people that just like look for people to be like proud of you. Like if
Yeah.
you know, if somebody doesn't directly ask me, like I had when I posted that video at your house with the Apple Crown, you wouldn't believe how many people are like, damn, you looking good, Kyle. Look, like, what have you been doing? And I never even thought about it because I did weigh a lot less than I did in that video. But lots of people are just like, damn, and I'm just like, oh, cool, you know, like, but then there's the people that are like, well, look at this versus that. If you lose 250 pounds, like people are gonna notice that you lost 250 pounds, you know. But then there's people that are like, look at this, like side by side comparison, and it looks like they lost, you know. Okay, it looks like literally looks like you just sucked your gut in type of stuff, like just looking for like compliments, and that's one of my kind of like pet peeves when people just post shit just looking for compliments. If you see what I'm saying.
Well, that's it. Well, and this all we can tie this all back together though. The people that are posting that stuff, the problem that has been created is they feel like they need to post that because if they don't, they're falling behind in the competition of their friend girls and other girls out there who might see them and all that stuff. So if they're not posting like that, they've stayed home and made 7 crock pot meals, whatever, and Sally is making 7 crock pot meals, then Sally's a bitch. You know, it's like,
yeah, exactly.
They've created a problem.
We're
it's
all
an
guilty
internal,
though. I would say I'm extremely guilty. Like back in the day when I had never made money before and I made money, I'm like, fuck it, I just got this razor. I would literally just post a picture of the razor and not even really think about why I'm doing it. After it was posted and stuff, I would look and be like, why did I post this? Like after I kind of got used to like the lifestyle, like I'm like, why in the fuck did I post? Like, what did that do? Like, why didn't I just post like a fucking sick ass video of me rallying the thing? Like, why did I literally just post a picture of it sitting in my driveway so people can compliment me and say that's fucking cool? Like, that's stupid.
No, everyone's guilty of it, and I think that what you're saying now is where you have it in your brain that you can turn it off and realize that like for lack of a better word again, like, oh, this kind of looks like douchey. But like you can process that like, oh man, maybe flashing this check of 15 grand, whatever, wasn't the best thing to post, or like I should have done something different with it type thing. Where some people like they don't have that part click in their brain to where they're like, all right, I'm gonna go buy this. I always see. I have a buddy. I can't think of. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's not shoes. It's something very weird that he's like, God, they just caught this. And it's like, okay, dude, we know that's like a $300 purchase and you have 50 of them. Like, sweet.
No. And it's people will do it with like the biggest examples, like rent. They'll take their rent money, you know, 2,500 or whatever, 1,500, 2,000 bucks, and they'll fucking take a picture and flaunt it. Then I've had some dudes like send it to me like on Snapchat. I'm like, it'd be like, I literally just say, hey, nice rent money. When everybody has like big things of cash and they're like, yeah, I know I got to pay that shit. I'm just like,
yeah,
like I know, dude. But no, I'm fucking guilty. Like, I mean,
I think everybody is.
Like sometimes you get shit and you're like, fuck yeah, you're like proud of yourself, but then nobody's like sitting there patting you on the back and you're like, fuck, you know?
Well, it's like we've been programmed to, if you can't get like the interpersonal, so like when you got like a new bike and you had 12 buddies growing up, you would just ride that new bike up to the squad and they'd all be like, oh shit, dude, you got pegs. Like, damn, this is nice. You know, like, oh, you got a sweet seat, you know, like, so you felt as a kid, you would feel like that, not adrenaline rush, but like the rush of like, oh man, everyone liked my shit. Like I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Like this is sweet. But nowadays, we don't have the like as much interpersonal, like I'm like me and you hang out and like I can see your new truck and I'm like, damn, that's tight. But like some people feel like they don't have that, so then they post the pictures and then they do this and then they do that. But like back in the day, dude, you just roll up with your new scooter. It's like, damn, you got a Razor, orange wheels, that's dope. And then like, so you and your boys would go on the Razor, and then the one guy who didn't have it would go home and be like, Dad, they all have new Razors, and he'd get his. But now it's just all social media, dude. We're all programmed different.
And now there are different like things like like sometimes I post like I think like Instagram could be a great spot just as like free fucking storage for like pictures. Like when I had my old Instagram before it got terminated, like sometimes me and Rachel would just like sit up at night and like just scroll through like stuff from like 3-4 years ago. You know, pictures of like Abel and shit. And, you know, at the time I didn't think I had that stuff anywhere else, you know. I thought I had, you know, changed phones and stuff when I actually found out I did have all of them. But, I mean, some people do use it from that sense, but it's just like, yeah, it's just a interesting,
Well, you can, yeah.
you just people
You
just
can,
use it. I guess people like you could be just posting it for yourself, like, and I don't know.
well, there's also the other layers too, to where there's like uh we're not good examples of this because we've just been like, so someone who's in a relationship that's only been like in that for like 6 months, they use their like Instagrams and their Facebooks and stuff to take as many like couple and like cute
Yeah.
pictures and stuff to make sure like everyone knows they have a new girlfriend and
I mean,
everything like that.
it's a multi-tool, man. Now that I
Yeah.
kind of think about it, you show off your shit. You can do it for yourself as like storage. I've done it before. I'm like, I was upset mainly about my old Instagram because I'm like, fuck, there was stuff on there that was nowhere else.
Yeah, you never thought you'd get it back.
Yeah, and then there are people, you know, possessive type people that like, this is my bitch. Like, I'm gonna make sure I fucking post a picture of her on Facebook and tag her shit so all the motherfuckers know that we're banging type stuff, you know? Isn't it funny? Have you ever shared a social media page with somebody?
Shared like me and them on Instagram? No.
So,
Well, I think that I was kind of lucky to never have to even think about it because I mean, by the time I met my wife, I was 5 years in on Facebook and whatever.
yeah,
So I never really thought about it. I already had an Instagram.
but that is the huge red flag to me. Anybody that does that shit, I fucking hate you. You're probably cool, but I fucking hate you because that is weird to me.
Yeah.
Now, there is an asterisk
yeah.
to this, though, because
I don't know if you can asterisk this. That's a weird one.
so Jack and Chelsea, they have a shared Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't. It's just named after them, but he doesn't have an Instagram or have any intent to post on any Instagram. But they share.
Does he lurk on? Does he lurk on it though?
I don't think so. I don't think he logs.
See,
on
then
it.
that's
Yeah.
And that's just more like a family thing.
But
and
people
whatever.
that dual have that shit, like that's weird.
I want to know the I want to sit there and see the conversation on how to get to that point. Like, who brings up, hey, we should create a shared Instagram instead of just having two separate ones. There's got to be something with trust, right? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like, and I love when people talk shit to me on like Twitter, and I see like Jen and Jake's Instagram, like that's Jen and Jake's Twitter, and I'm like, oh god, like, but it's so weird to me. What are other? There should be a word for this because there's certain like things that like couples do that it's just like weird, and one to me is definitely, like shared social media platforms, but just off the top of my head, I can't really think of. There are other weird like things like
Couple norms you're talking about?
yeah, like proposing at somebody else's wedding.
Oh,
Like regardless of whether you fucking asked or not, like that is the most like because there was one where actually I think the bride, it was a the dude asked the bride, or she like, they did something where the girl caught the bouquet and then the dude instantly
yeah. I remember this.
But and it was approved and everything. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck if it's approved. Like that is uncomfortable. Like why is that? Why would that be a good idea to anybody in the world? To think that you can propose at somebody else's wedding, whether you asked and got approval, whether you do a fucking cute bouquet thing where it's all, or actually, so the bride turned around and just went and handed it to the girl, then the husband or the dude walked up and proposed. That's the only plan one I've seen, but I've seen like it's just so uncomfortable regardless, because it's not, even if you did ask, like it's still uncomfortable to everybody else watching, you know.
I'm looking something up. Proposal at wedding. Well, I Oh yeah, that's the one. So the one that you're talking about was the bride's sister proposal, but then
Yeah.
there's the one from the year before when the bride gets upstaged at the proposal, and it's like the girl, it's like one of her bridesmaids, and the bride in the background of the picture is like
Yeah.
definitely like fake smile.
Yeah.
It's something
It's
that
something
hopefully
wrong with the fucking dude is the problem. Like
well,
something
so
neurologically is like he
yeah,
had a platform. He used somebody else's platform to fucking make it his moment. Like you deserve to be
he's
punched in the
oh yeah.
fucking face for that.
So he when he does his wedding, I bet you he's gonna be more of the planner of it. And then when the actual day happens, he's gonna have that like when you're drunk and then you wake up in the morning, you're like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. He's gonna have that moment, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be like at the wedding, like, damn, I shouldn't have done that at their wedding.
Yeah.
That was like that was bad.
Yeah, because sometimes you look back. Typically for me, it's like 3-4 years prior. I'm like, I think back to some things I've done. I'm like, fuck, that was a douchebag move, you know. But that should be like an instant one, you know, like an instant, like in the moment, like god damn. Now that I kind of think like this kind of like I just don't. So basically, you know,
Oh, this is,
you get engaged and shit, and you're just like, you know, people, you know, congratulate you, and like, basically, you're just taking the spotlight off of this person's fucking like wedding and putting on yourself because now everybody's gonna have to be like, congratulations, guys. You know, like, why are you congratulating somebody that didn't just get fucking married? You know?
so this is a story from the Insider, and it's the best man proposes at wedding upstages couple, and she gives a lot of details. The person they're interviewing in it is the girl who got proposed to, and she said that she was so shocked and angry at herself in real life and that she wished she never did it. The videographer tried to cut it out like at their request, and then he did it during the toasts.
Oh my
And then
god.
this is the like, end of this thing. So she says, "I'm so shocked and angry that I kept asking myself, if this is even real life. My husband, or the husband, wait, my husband hasn't spoke to John since their wedding. So John must have been the best. So he was the best
So
man
she
of
said
John.
yes to him though. That's a massive red flag for me. Like, there's some shit that people do. Like, if me and Rachel were, if we were like, you know,
Damn, they're not even
married.
friends anymore.
Oh god, yeah, that's why. If me and Rachel weren't married and I loved her to the fucking moon, right? And you know, I'm thinking about proposing and stuff, and then you know, I see her like she sees like a kitten, and she's like, "Ew!" and she like throws the kitten. I'm like, that's a massive red flag for me. I can't get
Yep.
over that red fucking flag, even though I like literally everything else about you, but you just kicked a fucking kitten. Like, same with that. Like, there's something wrong with that person to think that is like a good idea, you know?
Yeah, I can't think what goes through your head to go through with it at someone else's wedding. Just to end that, like, you got to be pretty self-centered to take someone else's, you know, hopefully their only spotlight like that. You
Yeah,
know,
what are
like they're not
other
ever gonna do that again.
Yeah, what are other scenarios that you just kind of like steal the spotlight, you know, like something like that?
So I've seen one of the biggest ones was we did a surprise birthday party for one of my buddies. It was a karaoke bar type place, and the dude's girlfriend like put herself down for like 7 of the songs. We only had probably 15, 16 before we lost. Like we only had it for like 2 hours, you know.
7 karaoke
And she was
songs?
written down for like, so every time like someone would go up, then so normally when you go to a situation like this and like no one has really started drinking yet, you'll have like a couple people who have more confidence go do like the first 1 or 2 songs where everyone's getting liquored up. So she did like the first one, then someone did like an uncomfortable like second song, and then no one else was like written down yet. So then she went up there and did a third one, and like after she was done, there was just like a lull of nobody going, and then she must have wrote her name down for 6 more songs because it was like every other one was her. So that was like, I mean, that's a weird example.
That's somebody who's just clueless
Yeah.
to reality. Like, you know, every time I've seen karaoke and I've seen people go, like, when we went to the Dutchman, I think you were with me.
Yeah.
Like, somebody
Everyone
went
else
up,
was
some
gonna do
girl
All-Star.
who was actually good at fucking singing went up like 3 or 4 times, but even after the second time, they're like, what the fuck? Like, you already went. Like, like we don't like we're not like getting amped up off of you singing. Like we're here to
Yeah, it's
watch
like a
people
courtesy.
suck. We're not here to watch people fucking be good. Like we're drinking and we want it to be funny. Like we're not looking for fucking some Celine Dion shit, you know?
Yeah, you need sing along songs or really bad, awkward performances where people are going over the top.
Yeah,
Like that's how you
exactly.
do
But
good
she's out there
karaoke.
trying to sing fucking
Alicia Keys,
Adele.
Celine Dion, Adele. Yeah, Adele. Like that's what this girl did. So that was like the biggest like upstage moment. I'm trying to think of another one. But yeah, that was I mean, I don't think anything can upstage you proposing at someone else's wedding though. That's pretty damn bad.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. But I'm my thing is even if somebody's good, and I always like to just fucking make things awkward, but I always give a big boo. Like just I remember when some dude was singing the first time I ever Ricky J's in Puyallup. It's just this nasty bar, and this dude was singing some like rock song, and I was just totally fucking around. I was just like, boo, just completely fucking around. Then he was just like singing this rock song in like my face, like his face was just beat red, and I felt like I was gonna get raped. But and then that's the same night that I did Eminem Clean Out My Closet, and I just fucking choked. And I was hammered, but at the same time, it's like yeah, karaoke's not my gig, man.
It just takes like, well, I mean, like you said, you're not there to be like I do the same 3 songs if I do it. I'm not going up there trying to rap along with like Dr. Dre or something like
Yeah.
a good in-depth song. I'm doing like Blink-182, What's My Age Again? I'm doing Who Let the Dogs Out, and I'm doing freaking my go-to, which is All Star. Like
Yeah.
3 songs that people can get behind, even if you don't do that good at it. Like when people hear All Star, they're like, "Damn, I know every word to this. This is a good karaoke song."
I guess the only successful karaoke what I did, it wasn't good at all, but I actually did it correctly was at what's that fucking bar I hate? Gonzo's.
Oh yeah, Gonzo's.
And I think I did Rockstar. Not by Post Malone.
I remember you up there. I don't remember what song it was.
Yeah, but I think that was the night that the dude. No, I had to have been pretty hammered because that night where I got kicked out, or I got ejected wasn't hammered.
I think that was we went there for my birthday after one time.
I think one of the times we tried to walk home and then we walked all the way back. That was the dude with the scooter.
Oh yeah,
it had to have been that. I think it was
that was
that
Cinco
night.
de Mayo. That was like Cinco de Mayo.
Dude, that was a good day.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because we walked
And
there.
Aaron
We
stole that
walked there from
bottle.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
wasn't fucking close.
No.
Nah, that's when we saw the nanny at the Mexican spot, right? Was that night, or that was different? I think that was later.
Oh, that was later. Yeah.
Yeah, but because this was like 3-4 years ago, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, because Andy, it was me, you, Andy, and Aaron. Then we took the bottle that we pulled off the thing. They're like, "Yeah, just take it."
Yeah, and then remember, didn't I fucking hit Aaron with it? And there's just this big plastic thing in the bottom. That was a fun day.
But I don't think that was the time you did karaoke.
I don't think it was either.
I think it was my one, like after my birthday or something. We went there because it was a smaller crowd.
Yeah, so it was Cinco de Mayo.
That was the time that when it was the 4 of us, and then the dude crashed the scooter. And I'm like, "You sure you can ride home?" And he's like, "Yeah." Then just laid it down in the ice.
Yeah, because I ended up at this in the bar connected to this Mexican restaurant. They just had tons of like blow up like Corona bottles and like Modelo and Pacifico, and I just looked up and I think Aaron pulled it down, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Aaron pulled it down.
Aaron pulled it down, but then we started looking around and literally everybody just started. There's like 12 of them. Everybody started just fucking yanking them down, and I think they actually told us. No, I don't think anybody ever said anything, but
they said that we were fine to take it home.
Yeah, but yeah, fuck, dude, we're getting too old for that shit now.
Dude, I get a hangover like 3 drinks in now, like while I'm drinking.
That's why I drank earlier, and then I've been really good at like drinking water as of late. Like okay, like it's like, and I don't even wake up with hangovers anymore. It's more if I just drink some sugary, like you can't avoid that shit.
He says, okay, they must have updated it. Let's look. So for everyone listening,
So
this
new
show
update
is
from Jimmy.
This is sponsored by Robinhood and dudecomedy.robinhood.com.
You're probably spelling it wrong, dog.
No, I sent it to him.
Dude, so remember, Robinhood guys, you want a free stock from the ones we mentioned. Dudecomedy.robinhood.com. Officially.
Yeah, it just must not have been turned on because that's the one I sent.
Oh, it takes me. Yeah, so it looks like it. I mean, it went to the app store and stuff.
Yeah, it works on desktop too.
Okay. Get yourself a free app, everybody. And on a serious note, me and Colby do use the app.
Yeah, it's like so. We're not overselling how easy it is. You literally, it's like exactly what you would. It's like Twitter, but for stocks. It's like you click a button, you see what you need to see, you hit buy, you hit sell, and you're done.
Yeah, it's
which is also not good for my impulseness because I'm like, I need more, I need less.
Yeah, it's not a bad. I mean, yeah, it's just like typical. You can't just like call somebody and like it's literally you making all the decisions and everything. Which is not. That's what I don't like. Like I didn't want to use like all like I've heard of all these other like
TD Ameritrade.
Yeah, all these other places, but the reviews aren't very hot for a lot of them, you know. And a lot of them talk about the commission fees because you're going through a rep. This you're doing it all on your all on your own.
Well, and I think a lot of them, like if you don't put in 50 grand or 100 grand, like you're just basically thrown into a bottom of a bucket for them, like Charles Schwab or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it's like, oh, come create a free account and then load it up with 10 grand. Like 10 grand to you is like, okay, I'm putting 10 grand in the stock market. To them, that's like a penny.
Yeah,
which is bad.
But the thing is, they'll be like, oh, like your stocks really haven't moved much. Like it's you know, you haven't made or lost any money, and then they send you a fucking bill for $1,500, and you're like,
yep,
like, well, what the fuck is this? And they're like, well, you know, we did do some trades. These are our commission. These are our fees, man. Like, if it wasn't for us, you'd be fucking down in the dump. They're like, fuck you, dog.
Yeah,
but what's good about we can say whatever we want right here because they're not gonna listen to the whole show. But it's all positive though. It's positive vibes this morning. I hit a C4. I don't know if you can tell, but my face is fucking tingly. So, I thought I was having a heart attack yesterday, but I fought through it.
I've been getting this right here. This is new. This is send the check Rockstar. This is Rockstar X-Durance right here, right? Things I like about it. Lightly carbonated. Big fan of that. I don't like the heavy unless I'm drinking a Red Bull. 20 calories per can. That's big. Other thing I like about it right here. 300 milligrams of caffeine. You want to get your heart going, dude. Pop a little 300. I think 75 to 90 is the average cup of coffee, so it's like 3 cups of coffee.
Dang. Like this right now, the back of my neck is tingling, dog.
I think that's like the beta, whatever it's called.
Auburn, Washington. We'll see what we got on our hands. Let's play with this one.
Yep.
Hello?
Do not hang up. We have important information regarding the relief of chronic pain.
Oh,
now,
fuck.
through new standards, you may be entitled to a back or knee brace.
Oh, God.
With little or no charge. For more information on how to receive your medical grade brace, press 1 now. Or
Gotta
press
hit 1.
Thank you for calling. If you would like to be added to our do not call list, press 5. Now otherwise to speak to a specialist, press 7.
7.
Please hold for the next available representative.
Guessing it's going to be
Achilles have hurt from flag football, so we got to get this solved.
Tell them that
your call is very important to us.
Okay.
Stay on the line and you'll be transferred to the next available agent.
Tell them your C4 vertebrae is pretty tingly today.
So, you know how it said thanks for calling, even though I didn't call.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling Patient Services. How can I assist you today?
You guys called me. There's something about
Yes, I see that here. We were speaking.
Something about a free back brace, and you guys gave me a call. But I didn't even know how you knew my back hurt.
Yes, sir. We were calling to see if anyone in the household was suffering from chronic pain, such as backache, joint discomfort, or arthritis.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got
in your back?
back and my knee. But It's crazy. Was this like through like because I never even told me this? Like you guys read my mind that I had back pain because I literally just started yesterday.
Okay, well, it looks like something was initiated online, sir, and we're just following through with the information provided.
Okay.
Okay, and how would you rate the pain in your back on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably 12.
Okay. And have you ever received a back brace through your current health insurance?
No, I have not. I've tried to make
Haven't?
one
Okay.
before, but that was on my own budget.
Okay, and just to let you know, sir, this call may be recorded for quality assurance. Now, I will just need to check your eligibility. Who is your primary insurance provider? Is it private or Medicare?
I don't have insurance.
I'm gonna pee.
You have no health insurance?
No.
Okay, sir, I'll update this information.
I'll update this information and hang up on you because we don't give a fuck about you if you don't have health insurance. Now, could he have asked, hey, maybe you got enough money to pay this shit out of pocket? You know? Colby.
The scammer.
I said, I don't have health insurance. He goes, all right, I'll update this information. And it just hung up.
Jeez, dude.
The people are, like, that shit is ridiculous. Like, I
It's
like
funny
how
'cause
it's
we
set
talked
up
about
along
this
this line. How, like, so did that person, are they responsible for that first call? Or is it like a third party that's responsible for that call that gets some form of commission when I come through? The person that sets up the call, that might be a smart job because you just have this shit automated, and you're getting, some affiliate type deal. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
He wanted fucking nothing to do with me if I didn't have health insurance.
Dude, we've talked about how insurance is a scam, but to go to another scam and how some of these call centers work, it's crazy because we would buy only reason why I knew this is because my dad worked in marketing for the company. So the company that was my first sales job, I sold like how to make money in the stock market courses and stuff like that. They would buy low market leads.
You sold those?
Yeah. I sold the courses. Yeah. Only for like 2.5, 3 months in the summer in between college, like a year of college. But so they would buy like low budget leads, and then they would buy like the high budget ones. And so the high budget ones were like people who just came off a seminar, got pitched on something, but didn't buy like at the event. And those would cost like $65 a lead to buy. The low budget ones were like pennies. So to like make sure the numbers worked as like a salesperson, you were so lucky to get like one $65 one, but you would get like 50 to 60 of the low budget ones a day. And that's like what you would call. You'd call through and like hopefully one of them would pick up, and you'd have to try to turn this sale into this 1 cent into like an $8,000 sale. So it's pretty, high. But so then they got one of those dialer machines, and the dialers, the way it worked is you'd put all those low budget ones in there and it would just ring people. And then you'd get a light that would flash on your phone, and you'd pick up and you'd do the same thing. Like, hello? And they'd be like, hey, you called me. And it's like, oh, hey, how are you? And you pull a different script and like, hey, I'm Colby. I'm calling you from Optionetics. How are you doing today? The script literally says, wait for response. And then you wait for a response. Don't care what they say. And you're like, oh, that's good. That's good. Well, hey, the reason for my call today is real simple. I saw that you showed interest in making some money online, or making money in the stock market, or making money, getting your back fixed. Again, it's the same thing over and over again. To where it's funny when people will call me sometimes, if I'm bored, I'll pick it up. And like this guy called, he's like, I want to get your site listed on Google. I'm like, oh, nice. What SEO client are you guys running with today? Are you guys using Penguin 1.9? Or are you all the way over there in like in Ghost 54 or whatever, like just making shit up? And he's like,
Yeah, I remember when I was trying to sell SEO, like just an odd job in like college that Drew tried to hook me up with one of my buddies. And the only dude that I even got like close to buying, like I talked to him on the phone for an hour and a half about salmon fishing. And then he's like, but I'm not ready to do this today. And I'm like, fuck me, man. Like, this fucking sucks. And I thought I was going to get like, each sale was like a couple $1,000, but.
Well, that's the crazy part is it was like you were probably paid just off commission, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you're
like a magic jack and shit.
You kind of have to like force, for lack of a better word, you have to like force sell these people, because if you don't get paid.
Yeah.
So like they might be telling you something like, oh yeah, I didn't do well in the other course. And then part of you is just like, well,
yeah,
I could tell them that this course is better, even though they might not do well in this one either.
That's why those sales jobs are like the worst type of, because not necessarily like, it's just what you have to do. Like, okay, you have somebody on the phone that's like interested. Same with like, we talk about all the time, but same with like not used cars, just car salesmen in general. Like, they know that when you walk outside of or leave that door, like the chance, like there's like a 7% chance of you coming back there, you know? And so they fucking will use some just like rotten type shit so you don't roll on.
They have to.
Is Jimmy just hanging out in the Skype talking to us?
That's why I just said join the Zoom. The other thing, like, so we'll go back to like commission based jobs and just how both our sales experiences in general. So like that was the first time I hit the realization of I didn't want to work for somebody anymore, especially in a sales job, because I mean I made, I think my best week I made 5 or 6 sales at like $8,000, whatever, for the company. Out of that, initially $4,000 goes to like the teachers and stuff. So then you're left with $4,000. The closer, he gets like $500 of it. I would get like, so what is it? $4,000, like $400. So that 10%.
Yeah.
So I would get that.
Wait, 10% of
the $4,000.
Oh yeah, $400.
So I would get $800 from it. So my
sale
best week
total.
Yeah, per sale on the big ones. But I didn't close the sales. I would just set them up, and then like a closer would go in and do like the hour call and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So then he would get like most of it. Then I started realizing that the company. So I made like my best check ever was like $4 or $5,000, and I'm like, I'm killing it, dude. Like I'm in college still, and I'm like, I'm not, Dad, I'm not going back to school. I'm gonna keep doing this. And he's like, just wait, you're not gonna like it one week. And sure enough, I was like, week 4 or 5, I couldn't get any sales. I'm like, this sucks.
And they probably fucking give you some good ones to motivate you.
Exactly. Well, then I see this board, right? And I see the board, and then it had the realization. I was like freaking Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting when I was putting all the numbers up there. And our team, there's 5 teams. Our team made like $80,000 worth of sales in the week. So we got to go to Kanos like as the reward.
Now we're talking.
But the other 4 teams were like 62,000, 44,000, and then like 38,000 for a grand total of like $220,000 on the week. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, holy shit, half of that goes to like one dude. Yeah. And he just gets $100,000 a week.
Well, that's why it's fucking cool. Like, and that's why commission-based stuff sucks dick, because like it's perfect for the business owner, but you know, like yourself, it's like, well, fuck, dude. Like, I actually have to like 100% do something, which it depends. Yeah. It's based off your personality. Like, there are some people that, you know, make $200,000 a year doing that for other people.
Yeah, it was just funny. Like, that was my first sat back and realized, like, I don't want to do this anymore, because this guy literally just made $100,000. He's going to come down here bragging about his new Range Rover, and he didn't do shit.
Yeah. I mean, he did do shit, but, you know, he set up he set up everything to make it work. But, yeah.
They ended up selling that company to TD Ameritrade.
Oh, really? But speaking of people who used to be cool, then took a huge shit, and seems like they're cool again in good graces. The GoPro guys, holy shit! This GoPro Hero 7 Black, which I just picked up today. You know, GoPro pretty much they turned into basically like the Apple, like the expensive type shit that isn't doing really anything crazy. And then they did something crazy with this Hero 7. They did it's called like Super Smooth or.
Yeah, Super smooth. That I don't know if that's what I remember. It's what's basically super smooth is a good way of explaining it.
Yeah, so like I like some of my videos. I used to always like putting like the GoPro head camera, the chest camera on, but it is like super like jittery and stuff. But they figured out how to eliminate all the jitteriness, and it's fucking crazy. It's basically like a gimbal without the gimbal.
Yeah, and it's still this big. The thing I always like about GoPro, or not like, but like while they'll always be a company, is for what they do, they're the best at it. Their problem, in my opinion, was they tried to get into drones. They tried to get in like standalone stuff. They tried to get into the live
rather than
streaming
innovating
stuff.
their main product. Like
Yeah,
more
remember
innovation.
they spent probably millions on trying to be like have live stream like hubs and stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the end, it was like definitely not worth it, because if someone's going to go on live stream and everything, they're not going to carry on all that stuff. They'll just do it on their phone.
Yeah. I think this one can live stream though. I haven't looked into it, but that's what I always thought that'd be cool if you could just live stream straight off that, to like Twitch or something. That'd be fucking cool, because then I wouldn't have to move like my whole rig outside. I mean, I guess I could do it from my phone, but there's just something with doing it directly from your phone that is like, fuck, I gotta look at it, like stuff like that. You can't like actually wear it on yourself mobile wise, but
yeah, you almost need like two. You almost need like,
I haven't got a GoPro in a long time, and I'm pretty excited about this one.
When is there snow yet? Are you gonna go ride this weekend or not yet?
I want to, but this weekend is a Halloween party.
Oh,
we need a little bit of snow to do our even though we only done it 1 year. But yeah, I wanted for the Halloween party, like, I'm kind of just settling to be an astronaut because the kids and stuff are all doing like rockets and shit. And Rachel's gonna be a moon, and her big belly's gonna be the moon or some shit. But I really want to do Mr. Worldwide. Maybe we can go to
Pitbull.
I might have to go to like I was thinking I was just go get like a suit from Goodwill, but I probably have to just get like a cheap one from like Men's Warehouse or something.
Or go to H&M. I got a H&M pants and a jacket, and it was $79.
Really?
And like $50 for everything.
I gotta do it so I look like Pitbull though.
Yeah, so I got like the blue one that I wear to weddings now. So my theory on weddings and like going to them, I always tried to be like right at the bottom 20% of best dressed. Don't have to be the worst dressed there, but always have a couple people below you. Like, I'd wear like khakis and a nice shirt. Dude, my line started getting smaller and smaller to where I was like, damn it, I can't just wear like a tucked in shirt with khakis anymore. I need like a jacket. Then I was like, I can't just wear a jacket with my khaki pants. Like, I might as well just spend the extra $50, buy a suit like pant thing. It's still a cheap ass suit, but like I'll wear it now and stuff. People are like, wow, you look so nice. I'm like, no one ever used to comment that.
Yeah, I
probably been 30
weddings. I
weddings.
don't give a shit. I just like whatever I got in here, I'll wear it. I don't give a fuck. But I really don't go to weddings because I despise going to weddings. There's nothing fun about them. Well, unless they have a good reception when you know a lot of people there.
Yeah, well, that's like I hit the stage. Maybe Andy and Dave, but I hit my big core of people have all gotten married within the last 2 years, to where I can't imagine. I mean, I went on a stretch where it was like every couple of weeks.
Weekend you were going.
Yeah, I was going
wedding.
another one.
You even skipped a flag football game for a wedding.
Yeah, that was well, that was more because of the stupid timing, 1 o'clock. If it would have been 10, I would have made it easy.
Oh man, $4 bands. I don't know if that should be the name of it.
$4 bands.
But hey, let's shut this shit down. I feel like I have to move, dude. My heart's about to explode out of my mouth.
C4 headache.
Yeah, remember, dudecomedy.com. No, I fucked that up. dudecomedy.robinhood.com.
If you're a supporter of the show, just go and try it out. And if you like it, you like it. And
Worst case scenario, you get a free fucking stock.
You can go buy GoPro stock.
I doubt that you can. We don't know. Don't say. I don't know that. They did mention some, but I don't know if you'll just be able to fucking get your free stock and bail. My best guess is that might be a firm no, but who knows? Maybe they do let you do that. But dudecomedy.robinhood.com. It's just the perfect investment apps for you not had to have somebody fuck with your shit. You get to fuck with your own shit.
Yeah,
and it's a new sponsor. Give him a damn chance. If you want the show to succeed, go get your free stock. I probably can't even say that.
Why? No one's gonna listen this far.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hey, Burns and Jimmy. Hey, it was appreciate you having you guys on. Jimmy said he could have gone today, but it was an hour later. That's around my lunchtime. I ain't fucking that shit. Bye. Bye.